Minister for Transportation, Works and Utilities, Honorable Kai Reimer, good day.
Good day, Gio. How are you?
I am grateful. Honorable Minister, we've heard that the festival grounds will be used for parking. Are there any other locations at this time being considered?
Well, yes, Gio. The festival ground will be used for parking, and I just need to put in there that it will coexist with the festival activities that happen annually. This is a plan that has been in place for quite some time, and we're working right now to implement it with the phase of making the city pedestrian friendly. The additional parking we intend to have is that from the westerly end of the island, where we intend to have parking at the parking lot for the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital. And that is where we intend to have persons coming from that direction park. And with shuttle services that we are intending to provide within the city, persons will be able to park there and get into the city. And this service, of course, will be a free service.
Now, free service, good to do, for patrons that park at the locations intended. Now, this is in conjunction with the road traffic turnaround in Road Town. Would this coexist with the launching or the going live of the traffic turnaround in Road Town?
Well, Gio, we intend, as you're aware, we are doing another traffic simulation, and this is one phase of the entire plan to revitalize and the Road Town area, as well as making it a pedestrian-friendly city. We have some logistics to work out because, as you are aware, we heard the Premier mention that we are offering a stimulus package to taxi operators. And this package now would allow taxi operators to provide the shuttle service from those parking lots into the city. And it will be extended from roundabout at Prospect to roundabout at Port Purcell.
Yes, tell us about that roundabout to roundabout initiative.
Well, like I mentioned, it's a service that we're working to provide through the taxi operators, and we know we've been going through this COVID pandemic, and it's something that we want to give them the opportunity to make a few bucks, not just giving them free money. So what the idea is to have a scheduled service from roundabout to roundabout, where we'll be taking up persons, taking them at various places within that route.
Also, does that mean then that there will be designated spots within those roundabouts for pickup, or can anyone flag a taxi if they're, say, for instance, walking on the roadway right there on a sidewalk from maybe, say, around Port Purcell, and they want to get into Road Town? Would they be able to flag a taxi, or do they have to be at a particular point?
Well, it wouldn't be flagging a taxi. And I must reiterate that this has been a comprehensive plan being put in place from having public transportation within the city. So we have demarked places where we intend to put bus shelters. What we intend to have is for the shuttle services to be labeled, so persons would know that this is the free shuttle service that will be going from roundabout to roundabout. And once those locations are named, where we'll have pickups from roundabout and to the other roundabout. So those are places that you can be picked up on that route. But we will be making a stop definitely at the parking areas.
$1 million. I know you mentioned earlier about the stimulus for these taxi operators. $1 million was mentioned. What are the qualifications then for a taxi operator, and do they have to register, or how do they register to take part in this stimulus package?
Yes, $1 million. It may sound a lot, but this initiative will be going for 3 months, and it would include all islands within the territory, Just Van Dyke, Antigua, Virgin Gorda, and each island will have a unique situation as to what the service that would be provided. And I must mention that even for returning residents. This service would be issued or be available for persons entering the territory from the airport and will be taken to the quarantine facility. So this is also a part of the package for the stimulus for the taxi operators. And now, to be a taxi operator, you must have a valid taxi permit, and that would be validated by the Taxi and Livery Commission. So the Taxi and Livery Commission would be the agency that would be verifying the information and making sure that you are legit and you are a legal taxi operator. And your permit must be valid for you to be a part of this program.
Now you mentioned persons coming home. I'm not sure. You mentioned persons coming home. Do you mean if I'm a taxi operator and I'm coming back home, I'm able to participate? Or are you saying a shuttle service will be given to persons that are coming home to go to the place of quarantine?
Yes, so for clarity, I'm referring to persons returning from June 2nd. The borders will be open so that residents can return home to the airport. So what the taxi's involvement would be is taking up those persons returning home based on your entry into the territory and taking you to your quarantine facility. So that is the role of the taxi for persons returning home.
Now, Minister, the final traffic turnaround simulation is scheduled it's upcoming on Monday, or the local holiday with Monday. Will be a historic day as this final simulation takes place. What are you anticipating in this simulation exercise on that day?
Well, yes, Monday is a big day, historic day indeed. What I'm anticipating is having persons come out and experience and drive through the new traffic route. That is my excitement, and it will be an encouragement for me to issue an invitation to every driver within the territory to come out on Monday, 1st June, just drive through the routes. We'll have the police officers, we'll reveal the signage, come out, experience what will be the new regular in terms of the traffic transformation. If you're coming from the west, you just join in, you just drive through town, you would understand what direction you're supposed to go and where you're not supposed to go. We have done multiple changes already from the first simulation, and prior to that, we've had done scientific data from 10 years and beyond. We've done traffic counts, but we know that we are having more and more vehicles come into the territory, and the issue why we think is necessary now for us to change the traffic route is so that we can hold more capacity within the various lanes and have a smoother flow of traffic within the city. And this is just one phase that will be accompanying the parking and the market square revitalization and various things within the city. So on Monday, June 1st, I encourage you to come out, be a part of the simulation, join the new regular, be a part of the new traffic transformation, and see you then.
And I know, as you mentioned, that there's been changes that have been taking place, and today I understand you'll be launching an update to the routes to accommodate this traffic flow change and for the routes for participants on Monday. Yes?
Yes. As you're aware, if you've been throughout various parts in the territory, you would have seen some billboards up, and you would have seen directional arrows, you would have seen it color-coded where red would be one way and the blue would be going two-way traffic. We've seen where we already had to make some alteration to some of the roads. For instance, Mangrove Road, on the billboard I would say it's one way, but it's with all the persons involved, we had Town and Country, Public Works, we had Dr. Glasgow, the ministry. We reviewed the data and we understand that these roads need to be two-way as they are right now. So you would see an updated version of the entire route hopefully today. And I must congratulate you, Gio, for the wonderful work that you and your team have been doing, trying to sensitize the public and let the public be aware as to what is to come with the new traffic transformation.
All right, thank you, Honorable Kai Reimer, Minister for Transportation, Works and Utilities, as well as the 5th District Representative.
Yes, Gio. Thank you and have a good day.